beef.
Can we get the real Andy? I would prefer the real Andy.
Oh, let's get the real Max. I'll take off my mask when you take off your mask, brother.
Because who's your new favorite YouTuber, Ian, that wanted to be on the show with us?
The madman. The madman.
Mad Movie Man.
Let's bring on Max Movies because he scares the living shit out of me. Hold on.
Oh, wow.
Mad Max says, I think you should apologize. Right? I'm sitting here in a goddamn torn down pool house.
I don't even know who
The
you
pool house
are.
is torn apart, okay? It's torn apart because I'm remodeling on my $70 webcam, okay? I'm no better than you.
Movie Madness Entertainment. Welcome.
Welcome, everyone. Welcome, Aaron. Welcome, 4 viewers. I really appreciate you being here because I know there's a lot of competition tonight, but I'm glad you joined MME, all 4 of you. Oh, now we have 7. Remember to thumbs up the like to help MME, to help the madness spread. Hopefully more will pop in later. I know my boy Enosh was making some type of announcement. I honestly slept up until going live, so I don't know, and I know he left me a message. I apologize, I didn't get to it. But man, we're going to talk about Book of Boba Fett and Mandalorian and what this means for Star Wars. Did you see it, Aaron?
Yes, I did.
Okay. Yes, I have a thumbnail. There's a lot of rumors about Thrawn. I think actually someone says confirmed Thrawn, and he was the voice of Thrawn in Rebels. So we'll talk about that.
I know that actor.
Yeah.
Is that the guy in The Witcher?
Yes, I believe so. I believe he is in The Witcher too. And
he's
then
the guy that yeah, he plays the sorcerer, the male sorcerer doesn't trust like Yennefer, right? Like
yeah. Keely Chow says, "Hey everyone," and then says, "While you're waiting, come see ETEP Wokian's The Place to Be reviews." Okay. Brian says he'll be in here in a few minutes. Cool. Nicotina. Hey, Nicotina, if you're available, pop in. Let's talk about Book of Boba Fett in the future. What this means for Star Wars, what this means for other series, and they're hinting at Thrawn. They're hinting, and we are going to talk spoilers about Episode 6. I really think you know what, Aaron, if you can watch it on streaming, there's no excuse. We're talking spoilers the next day. You know, we're not waiting for you don't have to drag ass to a theater to see this. You could see it on Disney Plus.
I agree. I mean, for a streaming service, yeah, you can watch it anytime. For a movie, it's different. Even though
I've already watched it twice.
Even though for the Spider-Man movie, people are starting to do spoiler streams like the day after it came out. Spoiler streams.
Well, my wife, it got my wife back on board. She's like, I don't want to watch Boba Fett. I don't want to watch Boba Fett. And I said, basically, it's the Mandalorian show. I said, he's only in it for a minute for the last 2 episodes. And she's like, oh, okay.
Yeah.
And then
more than the last episode, though.
And then
last episode, he wasn't in it at all.
And then her heart melted for baby Grogu. What's up, Max? I'm going to bed. Sorry. No excuse. Get your ass out of bed. Nicotina, get your ass out of bed.
Your heart melts for baby Grogu.
Yeah.
Everybody's heart melts for baby Grogu until you know what happens to him.
Yeah. Layla Morrison. Layla, do you like baby Grogu?
She's in the Star Wars.
Oh, okay. That's great. I am in the Star Wars too. I'm very happy right now. Well, let's get to your mini review before we talk about Thrawn and Mara Jade and other characters that they may bring in here. Aaron, what did you think of the episode?
You know what? I had my thoughts about the first 4 episodes, right? I was up and down with the first 4 episodes. And then 5 and 6, I really did enjoy. I thought this is the best episode. Look, it wasn't action packed this episode. There was no really like any fight. Well, there was a little. If you saw, there was a more of a Western Wild West kind of duel at the. That's what Tatooine is based off on. But what was doing the action? But I love how we saw how Luke was. You can see Luke and how he's training Grogu, and you can tell Luke is struggling a little bit, struggling with Grogu to get to Grogu to train him because Luke is new at this. Luke has never taken an apprentice before, right? Grogu is the first. And I love how I did not expect Ahsoka to be in this episode. I didn't expect her to be in the show at all. And then it made sense. And then because the connection between her and his father, and like that one scene where he said, "Much like your father."
Right.
Yeah, I like. And you saw Grogu's past. Yeah.
Yeah, it's also weird to think that Ahsoka, because she still looks young, but she did. Yeah. So her species, ages slower than humans,
And I like how they started how they're building at the first school, knowing what happens to it later on. Like if you watch, if you see Force Awakens, like it's great to see it, but the end result, that stuff. Like in school. We're not gonna get to like I don't know if we're gonna get to a seasons where a future episode shows for Star Wars universe we get to like a young Han or a young not a young Han, the young Leia, but more like a middle-aged Han and Leia with a young Ben Solo. I don't think they're gonna get to that, but it's still interesting to see how it all ties in.
Well,
the connection, right, with the school.
Yeah. What could they do with now? They could. Oh man, would they do the same thing to Han and Leia though? With now that they have that technology, I mean, they already did it when Carrie was alive for Rogue One, and they have Aaron Allright for a young
and
Han.
Rise of Skywalker did. Because she didn't film Rise of Skywalker. She passed before that.
Marcus, did they clap cheeks? I don't think so. That's not the Jedi way. That's not the Jedi way. Until Layla says "ew." Wait until Mara. If they do Goldman, hey Goldman, yeah, it is a good episode. Yes, Ahsoka, but they age differently. So if you're
she's not human.
If you're different species in a galaxy far, far away, as long as you're of age, doesn't really matter what age. Honestly, there's some of these species.
Baby Grogu is like 500 years old or something. He's still a baby.
Yeah, what is Grogu gonna do when he's of age to get some?
Yeah.
Oh, that's gross. I shouldn't think of that. I mean, but he's basically an old man, though. He looks like a child, but he's basically an old man. Are you gonna still? Yeah. I'm sorry, Layla. But what are you gonna do when you're like 600 years old? Did Matt Jarbo say that? Just like Matt Jarbo said, Ahsoka, Luke, you could jiggle your lightsaber. Ew.
Oh my god, Marcus. Okay, so like.
Oh, the Goldman says there's no canonical. You're getting all nerdy on me, Goldman. There's no canonical evidence of Grogu's Ahsoka's race ages differently than humans. Okay, well, she still looks so young, though. I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, like she was around when Vader was around, and
look how Vader looked at the end of Return of the Jedi.
And
I mean. Of course, he went through the shit, but definitely.
Yeah, Luke is probably like how Luke I believe when Luke became a Jedi, he was his young 20. He was in the New Hope. He was in his teens, right? Mm-hmm. And probably when he turned a Jedi, he's probably in his young 20s and stuff. And this, he looked like maybe in his 30s.
Yeah, and let's talk about if they do Thrawn. Goldman. Can they do Thrawn and not bring in Mara Jade? I mean, I know they did it in Rebels. But isn't it time if they don't do it? I know fans' expectations ruin things. But isn't it about time that they bring in Mara Jade? Can they really bring Thrawn into live action and just avoid that altogether. He says, of course they can. All right, why? I mean, but then you'll never get an opportunity. I mean, it'd be a while before you get another opportunity again to bring her in. And this young Luke, although it might be weird if they always have. I do think that the scenes with Luke still may be limited, with the younger Luke and that CG Luke. Well, he's not exactly CG.
I think it's more introduction to. I think it was also with the introduction of Luke and him training Grogu in the school. I think it was a little bit of a backstory to for Force Awakens, and also introduced something that people wanted to see, how Luke wanted to interact with Ahsoka, and then Ahsoka gets her own series, right?
Ahsoka is getting her own series for sure.
I mean, how many people wanted to see Ahsoka interact with Luke, even if it's for not small time on the show. I mean, a lot of people want to see that.
Yeah. Although I will say, even though I want to see Mara Jade, does it really fit in the timeline, or does it fit with his story where he's building a Jedi temple, though?
I don't think they're gonna do Mara Jade, but
Lord J. Sanis. Wow, Max, you talk about overstreaming is bad, but you just did it to Enosh. I always stream at 10. Everyone really knows that I do. I'm not complaining anymore. It's just what it is.
Enosh usually doesn't stream today, but he had a special announcement at 8 p.m. Eastern time, so that's why he went on early, and that's why he's still streaming now. This is not Enosh doesn't usually stream at this time.
Yeah. The Goldman says the only thing that prevents Mara Jade from showing up is the sequels. How does that prevent? How does that prevent her from showing up because of the sequels? I don't know why. I don't remember why. At least you have to enlighten me.
Okay, Lord.
All right. Yeah. No, I'm not upset or anything.
Enosh just ended anyway, so like.
Okay. Let's bring up this. Let's bring up this article about Lars Mikkelsen. This was a while ago, and I think he did a great job as I believe he is the voice. Okay, let me get to Goldman here. It doesn't really prevent it, but it's off that they would never mention Luke's wife and what happened to her.
Yeah, I couldn't agree. I
agree with to a point, but they never really. They don't. There's no one to really talk about his past. Like Leia, he's off on his own, and then by the time, I don't know if there was time to talk about all that. Really. Okay.
I think she's it's possible she could introduce her, but my opinion is that I think she's the one character they won't introduce in the Star Wars universe, like canon wise.
Lord J. Sanis, Mara Jade has never been in the sequels. I doubt she'll show up. No point for doing so. I think there's a point in doing it. There is also a mysterious casting of I forget her name. I have her name up. Hey, George. Zeno says Poindexter Pantheon is a cool thing. I'm looking forward to it and your involvement, Max. So am I, because I don't really know. I know I want to be involved, but I don't really know everything I'm doing for the Pantheon. That dude, Vince, I think over streaming is bad when you're streaming 0 to 1 people all of the time. Well, that dude, Vince, I intended to have more on tonight, but we'll see what happens. It's not my fault. Aaron's just a lot of people. Guy. Yeah.
There's a lot of people in our community are actually streaming right now. So.
Yeah.
Right now.
Bosk should show up. Goldman says, when Luke tells Rey what happened the night Kylo turned into the dark side, I think it would be a good thing to mention Kylo killed Luke's wife.
Oh.
Ooh. Wow.
That's not a bad idea.
But then there would be outrage if Kylo killed a more skilled Jedi like Mara Jade. And Mara Jade I can't remember. She's not exactly a Jedi either, is she? She's like gray, or I don't remember. Don't cancel me if I get that wrong. Don't cancel me. Yes, Layla, Mary Elizabeth Winstead's character.
Obi's wife.
The goal in the EU, Han and Leia's son, Jason Solo, turns to the dark side, kills Mara Jade. Oh, yeah. But then you'd have to change if you brought it in because
that's not happening.
Because
that's not
because Han and Leia had the offspring in this version. I think they'd have to alter Mara Jade actually having kids with Luke.
I mean,
like
they kind of took some of that from there, like with Ben Solo, but except turning to the dark side, but not killing Mara Jade because Mara Jade is not obviously canon right now.
Hey, Patrick.
Right?
Remember, if you're just getting here, to smash the like button, help the madness spread. Me and Aaron are holding down MME tonight, holding it down.
Yeah.
Okay, so let's get to this Lars Mikkelsen. This is a site that I don't cover much, but I'm going to start covering more. It's called Small Screen. It is another scooper site. Yeah, I like the guy that runs it. Okay, here, let's get back to Goldman. Exactly. That's why introducing Luke's wife is too complicated based on the events of the sequels. That would make a great video, Goldman. I suggest you make that video. That would get lots of views. It's too complicated to bring Mara Jade. I think a lot of people would click on that. But I disagree with you. As long as you could play with the character and not do exactly what was in the books, which I'm sure they're going to do with Thrawn too, right?
Yeah. I think Thrawn is happening.
Yeah. All right, so let's bring up this. Let's bring up this art. Okay, here we go. Hey, Brian.
Hey, Brian.
Guys, what's up?
We have we have a factual episode of MME.
All right.
Did you see Book of Boba Fett?
Yes, at 4:00 in the morning, I said, you know what? I opened YouTube and I started seeing what looked to be spoilers. So I was like, no. So that was at 4 in the morning Pacific. I was like pissed. So I'm like, okay. I fired up the TV and I watched it.
Yeah. Did you like it? Mind blown.
Oh my goodness.
We're talking spoilers, so go right ahead.
Oh, dude. So many things. The first question I want to ask is, though, what does anybody think about like the choice at the end of that episode?
What am I watching? The Matrix?
No, but
the red pill, the blue pill.
Do you choose the lightsaber, or do you choose the freaking Mandalorian armor? Like,
well, I said to my wife, there is no way that Grogu chooses the chainmail.
I think he does.
Because why would you bring Luke, build a temple, and bring that connection to potentially Kylo and Grogu being at the same training, and then not capitalize on that?
Well, maybe.
And then, but you also have Mando's ship that has an extra pod. So, and then I saw Grace Randolph said, "Oh, Grogu's going to take the chainmail."
He's going to take the chainmail. It's. I don't know. I think she's got a point, because just think about it. Like, at first I was like, "Oh, that would be epic," But no, I started thinking about it. I'm like, dude, I really think Grogu's gonna choose, like, just from what he saw in his little flashback. I think he's afraid of lightsabers, dude. I was like, I don't think he wants a lightsaber.
He's yeah, that's a good point.
I might be wrong. I might be off base, but it's just like, dude, when he saw his flashback, it'd be like, dude, that'd be traumatizing.
He has fear of the saber.
But he does. But that's where Luke could teach him, like,
true.
You don't have to be afraid of this. Like
that dude Vince says, I hope he chooses Mando. I've already seen Yoda.
Nah, he should choose the Jedi way.
Well, see, the thing is then that would be
he'll die anyway.
Because I don't know if we'd be able to see Ben's turn. Like, they're not going to show. Like, I don't know if they show us that, it's going to be a long time down the road, or through a book or comic or something. Like, it'd be really interesting.
Like you could do
They've done
like that.
That could be a limited series, the Jedi Temple, the Knights of Ren. Oh my god.
Yeah.
That would make The Last Jedi so much better.
Well, I know they did it with the comic books and stuff like that, but not everybody reads the comics, so it'd be a good idea for them to make a TV show of it.
Because I want to know how Palpatine created Snoke, how he manipulated Ben into becoming joining him. You know, I want to know how that happened. Like not in the books, but on a big screen or on a Disney Plus show or whatever. I want to know how that happened. You know.
All I could say
is Vader, Palpatine.
They're building up what can make this, what can make The Last Jedi so much better, especially since Grogu was at the original Order 66 with Anakin.
Yeah,
it's amazing.
Yes, he was
next level.
Yeah, I love that.
So it's so intriguing that Grogu potentially. I also think that's a reason that he might he might go with the Jedi, because that story point is so intriguing and so powerful. And you're right, Brian. He is traumatized by the saber because of that too. There's so much there. What did you think of Luke?
He looked a hell of a lot better than in the Mandalorian season 2.
We had no beard.
I just thought it looked the face didn't jive with me. I was like, oh, hey, it's Luke. It doesn't look okay. They've done the de-aging right sometimes, and sometimes it's kind of like weird.
You know what I think it is? I don't even think the technology is a little bit better. I think what happens is you get a stand-in actor that has a very
similar facial structure,
thin facial structure, and thin body too. If you notice, he's really thin, and I think it makes it easier for some reason. You have to get an actor, a stand-in actor with very similar facial bone structure, and then it looks better. But I don't know if the technology's actually better. I think they got a better stand-in.
Yeah, it looks a heck of a lot better. But no, I liked it was great seeing Luke. That was Luke Skywalker, man. Like, you know,
if you're just
running with him on his back, you know,
please smash the like button, because YouTube is a busy place at 10 p.m. It just is.
You know, it usually is.
Yeah,
but it's all right though. We pop. We're having fun.
Yeah,
we're talking good stuff. You know,
Laser Luke Gaming. Speaking of Luke Skywalker, Jedi Temple. Remember when they say the sequel? Haters said the sequel trilogy is non-canon. Well, no spoilers, but when I watched the episode, I'm like, are you sure? Well, I got to react to a video. Our friends, Echo Base did a video. Does this mean that they're erasing the sequel trilogy? I didn't watch the video yet. I'm gonna react it. I don't think so.
This is his first student.
Yeah,
like that shows you something there. Like,
hey, Michael S., I know you're happy about insane and amazing. I still like the episode before better though.
What? Oh no, that's true. I like the history of the Darksaber and all that kind of stuff. I thought you were talking about the one before that, where it was like
no, Boba Fett episode was better than this.
No.
Justin Proper. Hey, Justin.
Hey, buddy. What's up?
Okay, let me see what he says. I recently caught up with Boba Fett after my disappointment with episode 2. I'm glad I waited a few weeks. Yeah, my wife didn't even watch the first. The only reason I convinced her is I said Boba Fett's only in it for a minute. She's like, "Oh, okay, I'll watch it then." Everyone thinks he's going back to Mando. My wife was yelling at the screen too when Mando's there and they say you can't see Grogu.
No, I think this is going to be what like triggers things in the Force with the Grogu stuff. Like Grogu's going to choose Mandalorian, and that's going to send a ripple in the Force. Okay, so instead of Grogu being the first student, Luke's going to have to wait a couple years, and it's going to be Ben, and Ben's going to be the one that brings it down.
Yeah, that dude, Vince. I know they did hire the guy on YouTube. It does look better. The voice is still kind of like weird to me, though.
Well, is it Mark Hamill's doing the voice?
He is doing the voice?
I believe so.
Do they do something to his voice to make it sound different?
I don't know, and that's the weird thing because he sounds old.
He is old. Well, the guy is old.
They like modulate his voice to make him sound younger. It's weird.
But Grogu
He sounds
also
wiser.
goes
Maybe
for
he
the
sounds wiser.
lightsaber.
That's why. But
Okay.
Brian, maybe they want to make him because the older the wiser. I don't know.
I don't know.
Because he's a teacher now, right? He's taking on Padawan, so he
Yeah.
has to be wiser. So sound older.
Rob Marshall says, but Grogu also goes for lightsaber when Luke offers it. I don't think he's afraid of lightsabers as much as seeing one makes him remember Order 66. Well, we do see I think he does remember it, but I kind of got the fear of it too. I kind of agree with Brian on that.
Well, just like approaching, and not only that, but somebody like that was at the temple, so that was Vader's battalion, you know. So
yeah,
like,
that was the
Who else was in that hallway?
Mm-hmm.
You know,
Shifty Gizm is, why is this even a question? Ahsoka and Sabine haven't left on their side quest to go find Thrawn and Ezra. You should know this.
Well, no, that's where Ahsoka's going after this. Like
Yeah.
she's going to meet up with Sabine. So that scene at the end of Rebels takes place 5 years after Rebels.
I have to rewatch.
That's going to be the Ahsoka series.
Yeah,
the end of Rebels is amazing, dude.
Ahsoka series.
I hope to see more Hera. Can we see more Hera?
Yeah,
please. Yeah. Like, I want to see Kanan and Hera's kid.
The Goldman. Have you heard anything about the Thrawn casting? Because this small screen article I'm going to bring up says it's confirmed. I don't know about confirmed.
Let's see that article.
Yeah, Michael last episode's great.
It is fantastic.
Just
speaking of waiting a little bit to watch an episode, I watched. I'm caught up on Peacemaker.
Mm-hmm.
Not that bad. I didn't hate it.
It's mixed bag for me.
Yeah, it's like
there's some really good
parts, and it's like there's some parts that are just like, and then there's parts that like make you feel like, hey, this kind of has a little bit of heart to it, which you really didn't think it would. But
Shifty Gizm says that final scene in Rebels hasn't happened yet. Sabine is still guarding Lothal.
Yeah, because that's at the end of that episode. She's on Lothal. Sabine's on Lothal, but Ahsoka's coming to see her.
Well, Justin, yeah, I do think they are being reactionary to people's thoughts on seeing the Luke they wanted. And I think part of that was, part of it was expectations and Mark Hamill's actual age. We're going to see the Luke that we've always, that we wanted to see in his prime. Yes. Well, when it comes to Luke. Yeah, people want to see Luke. Yes.
I get it, man. I want to see Luke in his prime too, but like 2017 Mark Hamill is not going to be like 1983 Mark Hamill. Or you know what I mean? Like there's no way you could have seen Luke in his prime. It just wouldn't have happened.
Goldman says, based on what I heard, sequel haters are really going to hate next week's episode.
There's another episode? I thought this was the last one.
I think so.
No, there's one more next week.
Yeah, it's a finale.
That means you got to stay up till 4 a.m. again.
No.
Because there's going to be lots of stuff there.
I thought it was over. Oh, damn it.
Shifty Gizms, all caps. No, Grogu will choose Mando. He's not the
He will, dude. He will. He will. And that's what I'm saying. Like, it'll create a ripple through the force, man. That like brings his new temple down. It's like I just got weird feelings. There's got to be connections. I'm trying to make the sequel trilogy make sense.
Can Luke see that if that happens? Can he see that with the when they give a force sight? Can she see that if that stuff? If Grogu makes that choice, wouldn't it be can she see that? Like,
that's probably why he gave him the choice.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Goldman says he's 100% going back to Mando. Okay.
Yeah.
No, Justin, I think everyone agrees these are the best episodes. But everyone had this like really high expectation of Boba Fett when the character didn't do much in the original trilogy either.
True.
I'm sorry. And he
really didn't do a whole lot in this one.
He's gonna have a big finale. Boba Fett, I'm calling out Boba Fett is gonna do something major in the finale.
Yeah.
It's gonna be like a Avengers game. It's gonna be a bunch of people.
Hey, if you're watching, we got 28 watching. Please help MME reach new levels. Where we support young content creators. Actually, Brian, I got you hooked up on the StreamYard, and I'm probably gonna get Aaron hooked up soon. So if you can, keep using it for your channel.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah. So we're helping young creators by supporting this channel. So don't forget the thumbs. Not young in age, but well, we're kind of older dudes ourselves, but great content creators. Great content creators.
Yeah.
Patrick's talking about Titans. I have to finish season 3.
How do I access that?
I'll help you. I'll help you after the show.
Yeah, I'll have to ask after the show.
Yeah, because then you don't have. I don't think you pay. Do you pay for StreamYard?
No, I did a while back, but I didn't do enough streams to like really to pursue it too much. But like,
all right.
But now, yes.
Justin says we'll see the downfall of the Jedi Academy in The Mandalorian.
No, I don't think we'll see that. So. But I like I said, I just don't think Grogu is going to be a part of that. Like he won't be a part of the sequel trilogy at all. Like it has nothing to do with him. What I'm thinking is the fact that he won't be the first student is going to be a problem. Like that's why like what Ben Solo will be there, and if like Grogu would have been there, maybe he would have been there to like kind of chill out Ben Solo. You know what I mean? Like somebody should have been able to stop him. Yeah, you know what I mean? Instead of that, there's got to be some kind of a connection to make the two of these things work, and it all involves Kylo Ren, Ben Solo, okay? Because he was at that Jedi Academy at one point in time. So.
Mark Hamill was in the credits.
Well, yeah,
I mean, he did the voice of the character.
After the Thrawn stuff. Yeah. There's a lot of shiftingism. I think you're right. There's a lot of time period.
Some people think Thrawn is running the whole syndicate. It's like behind the syndicate, all that.
The takeover of Tatooine.
Yeah. Well, people really talking about this here. Michael S. Hey, Michael, we like having Michael back. Ahsoka is gonna find Maul. 2, Cad, F, and Bane. 3, Grogu, Mandu, and Bo-Katan are going back to Mandalore. Take it back. 4, Rebels crew is coming in. Yeah, there's so much stuff that could be done.
Yeah.
There's very rich storytelling here. So many characters that I do say, Goldman, if you're still listening, I do say the amount of possibilities here far out, encompasses the sequel trilogy with all these characters. I'm sorry.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
And Thrawn, I like Snoke. I didn't like Palpatine coming back.
Well, anything they could do to make that make sense, though, right? Wouldn't that be great? Like that's all that's all I'm asking for as a fan. It's like, dude, if you guys can make those movies somewhat make sense to where everyone can be like shrug their shoulders and be like, okay,
yeah. Zeno says,
right, Matt. Like
we should do.
Maul's alive.
Where is Matt here?
Yeah, he's in the chat there.
At
the bottom.
Let me send the link to him in case he could pop on. I want to get.
He finds the Lazarus pit.
Here we go, Matt. In case you're making deliveries here, because he's the one that told me about Mary Elizabeth Winstead.
Winstead.
Yeah.
That's what I'd like to find out, though. I'd like to find out how they made Snoke. Like that'd be pretty interesting. I'm sure at one point in time it involves something to do with Grogu.
Let me ask Jarbo. It says, "Well, you think he's alive again?" I don't know.
Well, for a third time.
He was trying to clone Darth Maul. Yeah,
Maul is dead. Oh, okay. Yeah, Okay, Matt Jarbo. Hey, Matt Jarbo. How did you like the episode last night?
It was okay.
Oh, it's okay. No, I get it.
It's not. Okay, here's the thing. It's not bad. All right, it's really good. Like it's great.
I'm more happy with all the appearances than the overall quality.
Yeah, that's the problem.
I like the episode. I don't think it was amazing with the quality.
But it was like a cavalcade of all the animated characters. It was like, here's Cad Bane. Here's
although what was the best character? We'll go around to starting with Matt. What was the best character introduction?
Cad Bane.
Yes, Cad Bane.
Because that shot was like so quick, where you see him in the distance, and I literally sat up in bed. I was like, no. It was great.
Hey, man. Wow, I got you on 2 days in a row.
Yeah,
for Star Wars.
Probably won't happen for a while after this.
Oh, I like you less again. No, I'm just kidding. Thanks, Cool Man, for coming on.
I'll be on for a little bit. I got to start working on a video soon, but I thought I'd hop on.
Oh, okay. Yeah. What did you think of Jarbo's take that Darth Maul's coming back again?
I'm making that up, by the way. I'm making that up.
Okay.
I was gonna say Mikey Sutton told me, but like no, no. Like Maul is dead, dude. Like it's just,
yeah. Dave Filoni's never gonna retcon his own work.
He might. He might. I mean, like, you know, the Obi-Wan show, I would sit there and think that if you know, Maul might make an appearance in the Obi-Wan show.
Bro, no. Or maybe, but no.
Or season 2, maybe. Who knows?
Well, what do you think about introducing Thrawn and then not doing Mara Jade? Because you've commented on this before, Matt, and then Goldman said, no, you definitely can do it without Mara Jade. Why would you do all that and not have Mara?
Why would you? You don't need to redo the story one for one.
No,
but Mara's an important, like, it's not even that, like it's not even the character, like her arc in the story that matters. It really doesn't matter. What matters is just that she's there in some capacity, because her namesake is more popular than what she did in that book.
Yeah, she's known for being Luke's wife, and she wasn't even dating Luke in that trilogy. She didn't take interest in him. Interested him until a while after.
You know, we don't know. Like Luke could have gotten down, and then something happened, and
if they go down the Mara Jade path, and I said this earlier in the stream, because in the EU, Han and Leia's son, who turned to the dark side, killed Mara Jade. If they stick with that in the canon, then it is very odd that it's not once mentioned in the sequels that Kylo Ren killed Luke's wife.
But it also never came up in conversation.
It could have.
There was never any question.
When Rey was asking Luke what happened the night Kylo Ren turned the dark side and killed all his students, I think Luke would have mentioned, "Oh, he killed my wife too." By the way.
Well, Luke also didn't mention that he could force teleport across the galaxy and then die from exhaustion. So,
but that's not that. How would that
also overlook elements of, let's say, bad storytelling in that movie?
We're talking about the death of a character very important in Luke's life, not a force ability.
Well, we're talking about the Jedi who keep a lot of things to the vest. You know what I mean?
Yeah, we're also talking about
they don't always.
It doesn't plan things in advance necessarily and can add things later. Oh well.
And if Luke, there's no way, especially if Luke and Mara Jade had a kid and that's not ever mentioned. Like,
that would be really interesting.
Well, wait till we get Last Jedi, the special edition, dude. It's all gonna be in there.
That is very interesting. Maybe Luke doesn't want anyone to know he has a kid. Remember, his father put him in the hiding. You know
what?
Yeah, maybe Mara like died during childbirth or something.
His father did put him to hiding. Obi-Wan put him to hiding.
That would no. They wouldn't, if they brought Mara Jade back, they wouldn't have it where Kylo Ren didn't kill her. That's what happened in the EU.
Yeah. You think that something else would get people way on board would be, baby Grogu. What about Luke's baby that they kept in hiding, didn't tell anyone, and that could be the next sequel trilogy, and not even bring Rey back.
That's so unlike. That's so but that's so unlike Luke. Why would he hide his kid unless he had the kid around?
Right, basically, what you said before, that if he does have a kid, he doesn't trust the Jedi in The Last Jedi. He's like, I don't trust this anymore.
So that means. If he had a kid around the events of Kylo Ren turning the dark side, the kid would be 6 years old in the events of the sequels. So that means Luke had a kid when he's like in his mid-50s. Yes,
they would introduce this kid. They would introduce this kid if he had a kid in the sequels. I mean, like I think that's obvious.
Well, he could have had a kid after the.
Well, hold on. Let's talk about. If you look at the ending of last night's episode, where like Luke is basically like, you can choose like the armor or you can choose the lightsaber. You know, it's like, again, he's using the old terrible ass tactics of the Jedi. You know, like what destroyed the Jedi Order was like their hubris, and he's still doing that whole like, no, Jedi can't have attachment shit. Like that's ridiculous, and like no one cares. And if he has
There's a big difference between not having attachments and fear of losing attachments. Luke doesn't want Grogu, who's a baby, by the way, to fear losing Mando. That's different than just having a friend out there.
No, I get that, but at the same time, it's like we saw he's not a baby.
Luke's
all right,
baby.
We saw flashback to him. Everyone calls him Baby Yoda. No one calls him Baby Grogu. He's 51 years old.
Yeah, he's basically 4 or 3 years old in human ages.
No, he's definitely more advanced than that. I have a 4-year-old, trust me. And but no, he's more advanced than that, but his body isn't grown. That was the thing Luke had said, where it's like, a little bit for you could be a lifetime for them.
Okay, but even if that's true, he's still a kid, and kids do not make good emotional decisions.
But who's to say he's not able to make an emotional decision?
What do you mean he's a kid?
Physically he's a child, but that doesn't mean.
So you think mentally he's like 40 years old? 42 years old?
Well, no, think about it. He shut himself off to the Force for all those years. He was locked away in hiding for all those years. Yeah, sure. There might be a mentality difference in regards to how he is remembering things. But remember, at this point, what Luke even said last night was Grogu is now remembering what he was taught, which apparently is a lot more than what we thought, because he had closed himself off for years for protection. So he's still more advanced than you're leading on to here.
No, I disagree 100%. He's a kid.
I think you want him to be a kid to absolve him from any kind of responsibility as a character.
That's literally what he is. He's plays the baby role. Can't even speak.
We can't. Well, we don't know the advancement of that species. We don't even know.
So he's smart enough to make all these decisions and be mentally mature, but he can't speak.
Oh, but hold on. But you're totally okay with Luke putting chainmail and a lightsaber, going, well, if you choose the right path, you're going to be going back to your friend, and if you choose this path, you're going to be my first student. But a fucking 4-year-old is going to be able to make that choice? Come on,
he's a little more mature than 4 years old, but he's still a kid at best.
You're just building your own argument here. It has no logic.
It has so much logic. He's a kid. Kids can make decisions. They don't make good emotional decisions. But if he's
hold on. Do you have Goldman? Do you have kids?
23 years old.
Okay, so you don't have kids. Okay, so let me just kind of lay this out for you. I have a 4-year-old. So let's just say by your logic, you're putting Baby Yoda here at a 4-year-old.
I'd say he's a little older than that.
Okay, fine, whatever. Right, we'll go in that same kind of like post toddler era. All right. If you put something in front of a child, they are going to go with what is the most emotionally resonant with them, because that is what they understand. That is their developmental appropriation for that age. So what you're saying here is that are you saying that Grogu is going to reject the Jedi Temple and the training and then go be with Mando?
100%.
Because
that's what I'm saying. I think that's what's going to happen.
I don't think that's going to happen, to be honest with you. But
Luke is not treating him like a kid.
No, Luke is not training him like a kid. Luke is kind of being a kid, and it's kind of like And I thought that was okay. I think that he's putting Grogu in this decision that you would never ask a child to do. You would never ask a child to make that kind of choice, because they're not going to be able to make it. And yet here he is
choosing between parents. It's like
it's not. Mando's like the closest person in Grogu's life, and if he keeps on thinking about it all the time, Luke doesn't want to train someone who's always thinking about someone who's not there.
No, I mean, obviously that part of it makes sense. Okay, but Luke didn't have to tell him that Mando had come by.
Right, that is different than the council. Do you think the council even would have told him? Like, if you're Anakin,
the Jedi Council were a bunch of pricks. They would have not even given Grogu the option to go see someone else.
Yeah, you're pretty much shut off from all.
Yeah, but is it being a bigger prick to not tell him at all, or to give a stupid bullshit choice?
No, because Mando. The thing is, before he told that, Luke said he can tell that Grogu misses Mando a lot. So when he said that Mando was around, like, I need to know: are you committed to this, or would you rather be with him?
Okay.
If he didn't just ask Grogu that out of the blue because Mando showed up. He can tell that Grogu misses Mando.
Yeah. All right. Well, I was thinking originally he was going to go with the Jedi, but everyone's majority of people. I should put a poll up. People think he's going to go with Mando.
No, I see a lot of emotionally stunted individuals in the chat that have trouble understanding what it means to deal with a child. So, again, it's funny. But I don't know what they're going to do with the character. I thought it was a dick move. That's all I'm saying. Is I thought it was a dick move at the end of the show.
True.
Because Luke would understand that it's like he's not his father. All right, like he's not going to go down that pathway again. And I kind of feel like that was maybe the whole thing. Like Yoda, I think Yoda kind of effed up in teaching him about the ways of the Force and stuff, because like Luke, he still misunderstood things in The Last Jedi because he's always been impulsive like his dad. And I kind of feel like here he's just trying too hard, because I get that he doesn't want to screw up, but I still think he's trying too hard with Grogu. Like, you're my first student, so you know what? I'm gonna break out the ruler and start smacking you on the hand.
It's almost like Luke doesn't become the perfect teacher and something goes terribly wrong.
Yeah. Well,
I wonder what happens.
Hey, Ramblin' Man, thank you for tuning in to MME. You regular, it really does. Get your regular breaks in. Just be careful with plungers. Okay. All right. Well, what about what was your theory on Mary Beth Winstead, Matt Jarbo, while you're here?
I made a joke that it could be Mara Jade, but I think I also said it could be Hera. And I think Hera seems a bit more accurate.
Hera.
I think it's more likely she's just a new character.
New character.
Possible.
I'm curious to see what happens with Hera and Kanan's son. Because which is funny because
I like the end of Rebels, but that son was like I wasn't feeling.
Well, he's a human Twi'lek mix.
Yeah.
He's a mixed race, Max.
I'm not prejudiced or anything. I'm just saying he seemed very awkward.
We saw him. He's a kid, dude.
Yeah,
Jason Sandula,
chilling there, which is weird. His name's Jason. So the last time a Star Wars character was named Jason, he turned to the dark side. So.
Okay.
I just think about that game. Was it the Heavy Rain? Right. Press X to Jason. You guys know that one at all?
No.
Oh, guys walking through the mall looking for his kid. It's like Jason.
Oh yes. Now I know what you mean. Yes.
Yeah. That's all it is. That's all it is.
Lord J. Sanez, I am doubling down that the child Grogu won't go back to the Mandalorian. He understands the importance why he is left with Luke at all.
No, he's not. No, he doesn't.
I don't know. I do think I should rewatch it again a third time to rewatch the scenes where he's looking at the first. He has that fear from the first group of younglings that were slaughtered by Anakin in Order 66. He has that in him. So,
I'm really curious why they decided to show that. Like, are they going to reveal like a certain character that saved him, and maybe that character is going to show up in Obi-Wan? I don't know. What's the why they had to show that?
There's a lot of people speculating that it's Mace Windu.
If it's Mace Windu, I will punch my TV. I'd be so angry.
Why?
I wonder who did save him.
If Mace, I honestly think if Mace Windu showed up, I'd probably turn off the TV and not watch the rest of the series.
Why? Mace is a good character.
He's not a bad character, but if he came back to life,
he's dead. God dang it, man!
No one's ever really gone.
Dead.
So you're telling me
immediately
after he got thrown from the window and his hand got cut off, he found his lightsaber and went back to the temple to go save the other Jedi, but then he was never seen anywhere again?
I didn't say he went to go save other Jedi.
Well, he's a sly motherfucker.
Yeah.
I think I would actually enter.
That
I would finally understand why the Phantom Menace went to the lengths they went to like hate Star Wars if Mace Windu came back.
More likely than other characters that have come.
Remember, Star Wars Theory hinted at that with his animate.
Star Wars Theory's an idiot.
Well, I know he's an idiot, but so many people when he did that were like, "Bring back Mace Windu!" Oh my God! So
because it turned out great with every other time besides Maul character came back.
Yeah,
and even Maul's makes no sense. It just happened to be a character that no one cared about before, and he had a good story afterwards.
Michael says Palpatine is supposed to kill Maul as his ultimate dark side victory.
What?
No Mace.
Makes no sense.
From the Revenge of the Sith. I don't think Mace is dead. I really don't.
Why? Why? What's your evidence other than it'd be cool for him to show up again?
He flew out the window. Jedi could do. Look
Max,
at Attack of the Clones when Anakin's falling through the city. He survived.
He got unlimited power, dude.
He got
He's
electrocuted, and he got what's his name? Anakin grabbed onto a speeder before he crashed.
I mean, I'm sorry, but Palpatine is much stronger than Mace Windu.
Well,
I mean, like,
you guys got to also remember what Sam Jackson said to George Lucas when he got cast as Mace Windu. He's like, "You got to give me a cool death."
Yes, he did.
So you know, I don't. It's been almost 20 years since the character died. I say keep him dead. You know, we don't need to bring back more people from the dead. I think we're good.
Okay. It would make sense with the
Let's bring Kygo back from the dead.
And you know what's funny? These people are such hypocrites. They say the sequels go against everything George Lucas told in his stories, but then if they bring Mace Windu back, that literally contradicts what George Lucas intended with his story.
Yeah.
I don't think Lucas thought it that far through, though, to be fair.
So you think when he was writing Revenge of the Sith, he said, "Oh, there's a chance Mace Windu could be alive. I'm gonna."
He wasn't.
I don't think he cares.
With it,
he absolutely cares.
No, I mean, look what he was perfectly okay with Darth Maul coming back. That was originally what he thought either. He didn't intend.
Darth Maul wasn't really a character. He just stood there, said a few lines, and looked cool.
Look, man,
he was more of an obstacle than a character in the Phantom Menace.
1 or 2 years old when the Phantom Menace came out.
I was 7 months old.
Okay, so like when that movie dropped, I was in high school, right? I was a senior in high school. For even though the little screen time Maul had, dude, everyone loved Maul back then. Like,
he looks cool.
I literally used movie posters I got from Hollywood Video to bribe my way out of bad grades in one of my senior classes because the teacher was a massive Maul fan.
Nice.
Yeah, like I was like in the class and I brought him a poster and he like hooked me up with good grades. I'm not even kidding you.
The fact that George Lucas killed him off in the first movie shows he didn't care about Maul that much.
I'm saying he killed him off because thematically the bad guy, the sub boss or like the second guy in charge has to die. There had to be a villain that died. He was the face of it, so he would have had to. Yeah, a villain has to die, dude. You know, like for the most part, a villain like that always is like we didn't know about the Emperor in A New Hope. We knew Vader. Right, we knew Vader as the big bad, so the big bad Vader was going to stick around, right? But then it's like
Tarkin was the main bad. Like we figured Tarkin was like the one control of everything.
Yeah,
we didn't know about the Emperor.
No one died in Empire Strikes Back.
So the Syndicate at the end of the episode. Who's going to be in the next episode? Who do you think is that going to be Kira? What's this going to be? The Syndicate are they going to hint at Thrawn at all in the future, or is it going to be more towards the angle of the Syndicate and Kira?
Based off what we know, I don't think it would make sense for Thrawn to be trying to control the underworld and try and sell drugs. Thrawn's whole thing is that he cares about his species, the Chiss.
That's true,
and that's why he joined the Empire. Kira could make sense, especially with the new comics that are going on right now. How she's kind of taking over things. If it's not Kira, I don't know. It might just not be
Darth Maul.
Darth Maul's dead, Max.
I'm just kidding. Look,
the rumor is that it's Harrison Ford back as Han. And I hope it's not. I hope to God that it's not, because like I didn't even want to see what they did CG-wise with Luke in the episode was fantastic. But I still would have preferred like Sebastian Stan.
Yeah, me too. Me too.
Why would Han Solo be doing all this?
They're like so opposed to doing the young casting again.
Yeah, I mean they're going to bring back Donald Glover as Lando, but they can't bring back Alden Ehrenreich as.
I think they would bring back Alden Ehrenreich if the story took place before A New Hope. I don't think they would do it after.
I mean, they could do it if it they could put a little gray in his hair, or they could age him up a little bit.
I would prefer it. I would like to see Alden, but I think the precedent is set now. I think it would be weird if they have a CGI Luke and then Alden Ehrenreich there.
Yeah.
No, I agree. I think having it be for the Mando season finale was perfect. And then doing it, but then again, they hired the guy who did the deep fake stuff on YouTube. So I mean, clearly they were going to do more with that, and it paid off. 14 months later, my God, it looked amazing.
Yeah, right. That was the first thing I said. I was like, dude, Luke looked amazing. Like,
so
10 times better.
What I'm curious about is if they still use the audio processing of old Mark Hamill dialogue as a way to manufacture his lines.
Yeah, that's what was kind of weird because I knew it was Mark Hamill giving the dialogue, but it sounded weird processed.
I have a question. Does if Luke has like a prominent role in a story going forward and he's still the CGI Luke, like does that mean they could say they wanted to tell a story with Kylo Ren and Adam Driver says no? Could they just CGI him?
Not without his permission.
Not without his permission.
Yeah. I feel like they signed their likenesses away when they make when they sign up for
Star
Star Wars.
That.
I guess it depends.
It's a bit complicated. So it's like there's some arguments that have been made that, like, let's say in the case of Carrie Fisher, right? Once an actor dies, does their likeness then go into the public domain? There was an argument made, like there was a back in the 90s, I think. There was all these commercials that had like old like Frank Sinatra and a few other like Rat Pack type guys that were dead that they had kind of like, repurposed footage to put them into commercials and stuff. I think Orville Redenbacher did it too. And then there was an argument at the time about the likeness rights and everything else. I think now we're in a different place with copyright and intellectual property. So like at this point, I think for Carrie Fisher, Billie Lourd would have to like agree to that. And I don't know if she would, following how in Rogue One.
I wonder if this is another George doing, because he signed the contracts for Mark Hamill, Carrie, and Harrison before they Disney bought it. Like Mark Hamill said, I was signed up. I didn't know Disney had any involvement whatsoever. So it seems like a George move to also put something in there where he could use their likeness. Is my theory as well.
Well, if they're making money, they're not going to care. If it's done well, they're not going to care. I mean, like I would argue at this point, they're probably, getting a pretty decent paycheck off of that. But I would like to see, if they're gonna CGI, Luke, then you got to CGI Han and Leia at the same time, and go back and then do that. But I just I see people in the chat like, no, don't recast Luke Skywalker. It's like, for one, like, come on, like the dude's 70 years old. He's 70 years old. So, yeah, it's cool to have the CG stuff, but it's not him. It's not going to be him. It looks like him. It's tricking our brain.
I would get more excited to see Sebastian Stan there than the CG, even though it looked good.
Yeah.
People even forget that Ewan McGregor is not the first Obi-Wan. He's technically a recast too.
Yeah,
he's better.
Dude, honestly, if I saw Ewan McGregor Obi-Wan Force Ghost like talking to Luke, I think that would be legit. Like, dude, honestly, I wouldn't. I mean, it would be weird, but I'd get
with the technology now. I think they could just hire Ewan McGregor to do the voice and then make him look like Alec Guinness.
True. Well, Shifty Gizm says deep fakes are here to stay. Last night was a watershed moment for entertainment.
What is this? It's honoring George Lucas pushing the technology of cinema.
That is
actually that's true. Yeah, I agree with you. Yeah.
I'm not too sure how I like it though, to be honest with you, because
it still looked really good. The voice was a little off for me. Actually, I think there was too much of the Grogu in Luke training. That was a lot of training montage.
I thought the hair like looked better at the end of season 2 of Mando.
He looked really bad in season 2 of Mando.
Wait, sorry, say that again. The dog.
I shouldn't say he looked really bad. I said he did not look good at the end of season 2 of Mando.
No. I mean, but it looked way better now. But the hair was like way different.
Yeah,
I'd have to look at a comparison.
Go look at
It was different.
He had this weird wig on, and but I think it was the same actor, because that guy also was a TIE fighter pilot in the Mando episode.
X-Wing, you mean? Sorry,
X-Wing. Thank you. Yeah.
All right.
Anyway, I mean, like, I'm excited to see where they go with it. It's just going to take a little bit of time to get used to it, and I'm wondering if it's one of those things where, like, it's like CGI is meant to be a garnish on a dish, not meant to be the whole meal, right?
True.
So
don't tell that to George Lucas.
Well, I mean, yeah, well, true. Lucas has always kind of thought differently on that one, but even going back and looking at the originals, the OT, like there was a lot of practical effects that went into that. And like the sets and the miniatures and the costumes Whereas with the emergence of digital technology in the late 90s, the way that he shot Phantom Menace being part, digital, part 35 mil was, very interesting at the time. And it makes sense that was what he was pushing for. I think now, obviously, with the volume and everything else, they're doing very similar things. But it's just like, I don't know if I want Star Wars to be like pushing the boundary. I just kind of want it to be telling me a cohesive story. And I have frustrations with this season of Boba Fett because I feel like it's deviating. And I'm like, I spent 4 episodes getting invested into this, and I'm not getting like much out of it.
Yeah, I also think one more episode, they're not going to go back to a major. It's just going to be all the characters. Like, don't you think they're even going to address where Ahsoka's going to set up that series?
No, I don't think we'll see Ahsoka.
You don't think we're?
No, like, yeah, she's like, why was Ahsoka even there? It's like Luke goes like, "Will I see you again?" She's all like, "Maybe."
I think
that sly look like she wants a little bit of that Skywalker loving.
I was thinking about that.
There was some tension there. There was some tension there. She's like, I couldn't bang your dad because I was a teen, but now I'm the cougar.
Oh,
right,
so Ahsoka is 17 years old.
Show you the ways of the Force. Sorry.
Oh, I should do a meme with the CGI Luke with Mara Jade. You know the meme where he's looking at Ahsoka.
What if they make Mara Jade that whole arc and they give it to Ahsoka, like Luke and Ahsoka have a kid?
No, that'd be so weird. Luke and Anakin. Ahsoka and Anakin were brother and sister. That's just so odd.
I don't know. There's a lot of shipping going on.
Yeah, they didn't know they were siblings, dude.
Well, I mean, what we're
Luke and Leia.
If you go on to Pornhub, on the main page, it's a lot of that. What are you doing, step bro?
I'd like to think Star Wars is not going to become Pornhub, but you never know. I guess
you haven't been to Pornhub.
Well, he didn't say that either.
Why are you putting the camera on me, Max?
I don't know.
You did deny it.
We already know about Jarbo. We already know.
I don't know, Max. Max, you were talking about Grogu having sex earlier. You're the weirdo here.
Wait, what?
He's
he is a child, Max.
He's not.
This
he's
has been
like
weird.
60. He's like 60.
He's 50.
Oh, so now he's a child, Matt?
No,
are we talking like dog years here? Like I'm trying to figure out.
Oh my god!
Age rate comparison.
How would that even work, man? Like,
right?
I don't know.
Ask Yaddle.
Oh, I've heard there's been those people talking about Brie Larson as Mara Jade. There's been those conversations.
I would be so happy if that happened.
I thought that was the Mike Zero stuff.
Just because I'm a toxic motherfucker.
No, I want that to happen too.
They would lose their minds. They would lose their minds.
I'd probably get a Brie Larson T-shirt if that happened. Oh my god.
Eddie has one. Eddie has one.
Yeah, he does.
Okay, so I did have this article to bring up. The Lars Mikkelsen confirmed as live action. So everyone agrees this is confirmed?
I believe it 100%.
Did he play the voice in the Rebels?
Correct.
Okay.
And his brother was in Rogue One.
Yeah.
Mads Mikkelsen.
Back in January, Lars Mikkelsen has signed on to play Grand Admiral Thrawn in live action. And according to LRM Online, which I'd never heard of, Lars Mikkelsen has also agreed to play Thrawn live action. In the same report, LRM Online also confirmed Mena Massoud has also been cast as Ezra Bridger.
Yeah,
I believe that.
We are now confident in reporting that Mena Massoud has been cast as Ezra, along with Lars Mikkelsen portraying Grand Admiral.
I feel like that's what the Ahsoka show is going to be about.
Mm-hmm.
There's a reason why the ending of Rebels concluded with Ahsoka and Sabine saying we need to go find Ezra.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. I forgot he was in Sherlock too, huh?
Well, hey guys, I gotta dip. I gotta go run some errands before I go home, and I got a huge announcement tonight on my stream. It's gonna be a major announcement. Today's an announcement city day.
Oh, okay.
Huge things going on, massive, amazing, enormous things.
The $3 network.
I'm not gonna confirm or deny, but I've been talking to some folks.
Oh, you're not compete with my network. Everyone's got a network. Well, man, do you have a network?
I've seen some stuff going on.
No.
You know, I've been talking with. I'm gonna have my friend RJ on stream tonight. We're gonna be talking about some stuff. So
what? Not me.
I mean, I can send you a link.
I'm not in the $3 network. Oh damn.
I mean, I don't know, man. You're kind of part of a pantheon, if I understand correctly.
Yeah.
So I don't know. It's everyone's kind of doing it. It's the 2022 thing. I don't want to be left behind.
Well, you missed your chance.
Did I?
Batman. On this Batman. Yeah, you did.
I don't know. I got a pretty decent sized channel.
Yeah.
So it's maybe who knows? Who knows what's gonna happen, folks? 10:15 p.m.
I say there's no announcement. My speculation.
I think. Have you not seen my thumbnail?
Oh God, no.
Look at my thumbnail.
Matt? What did you do, Matt? Oh, you trolling bastard.
Look at my thumbnail, Max.
I didn't look at your thumbnail. Hold on.
It's a huge announcement, Max.
Hold on a second here. Let me see here. You trolling bastard. Huge announcement.
Huge announcement plus movie news. Huge announcement, Max.
I am gonna hop off. I have to get started on my video for tomorrow.
Okay, thank you. Everyone's leaving. Me and Aaron and Brian will hold down the fort. Matt, you trolling bastard. Look at this.
All right. Well, peace out, Max.
Peace too. Yes.
There you go. Yeah. Huge. Major announcement. Yeah, I've been holding off for a while. It's just coincidental things are happening today. It's very odd. I think Groundhog Day is kind of a good day. It's a day of rebirth.
You have no announcement.
That is not true.
Oh, I like Zeno's comment. Here's another trolling bastard. Pantheon over Jarbion.
Hey, who knows? I don't know what's going to happen with anything, Max. I have no idea. Huge announcement. No. There's an announcement. There's an announcement. Graphics have been made.
No, this is a generic graphic.
That's not a generic graphic. I made that graphic myself on my phone.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. But other graphics have been made, Max. Other graphics have been made. Already making their way around privately amongst our friends.
Okay.
People joining me, wanting to come and share in this announcement. It's going to be amazing.
All right.
It's going to blow everyone's minds.
I doubt it. I'm gonna mock your announcement. I'm gonna react to your announcement.
Totally fine. It's fine. It's a free country.
I'm gonna troll you too.
I'm not trolling, Max. I'm not trolling.
Okay.
I'm not trolling. I'm growing. Don't you understand? I'm growing.
I don't want to hear
about it. Max. All right. I'm gonna.
All right. Fair enough, Matt Jarbo. Have a good one. I'm excited to talk about next week's Mandalorian, not Book of Boba Fett.
It sure as hell feels that way. Sure as hell feels that way. All right, I'll give it to Zodwriter. I'll see you guys.
Okay, thank you.
Huge announcement.
Matt Jarman. Okay.
Everybody's collaborating. Everybody's joining a network now. We're all starting networks.
Well, I mean, you know what I will say, there was a lot of trolling going on just there. Basically, I want to say is give credit to people that aren't just thinking about themselves and are trying to include other content creators. I am planning to pay for other people's StreamYards, which really helps defer costs for smaller channels. So, and there's lots of great collaboration opportunities in the future. And I am looking forward to working with Enosh on Fridays. So, yes, I will send you a link, Zod, definitely. I thought you were in the MME chat. Get it, but I will send it again. Hold on a second here. See how Zod's doing. Let me send this here. I don't know, Brian. What do you think about like what we're gonna see next week in Boba Fett? Maybe I should have went the Kira in the thumbnail. I'm just really excited to eventually get that Thrawn. I guess people don't think that it's going to have any more Ahsoka in the next episode.
I don't think we're going to see any more Ahsoka until the Ahsoka series or whatever.
Yeah.
But doing like a big cliffhanger right before the Ahsoka series, though, I don't know.
No, that's fine. This is going to be kind of like an Avengers Endgame type thing, where like everybody that's on the planet's going to come together and get rid of the Pikes. You know what I mean? I don't think this is going to have anything to do with Thrawn at this point.
They should. Yeah. This is a good comment. I am concerned about a 50-minute episode for the finale here. There's no way the Book of Boba Fett series will not be concluded in a 50-minute episode. Boba needs season 2 to have redemption and a decent conclusion. Okay. Hey Zod, how's it going, buddy?
Oh, gentlemen, so good.
I don't know if we're all gentlemen here.
You know what?
I try.
I wanted to be here for the beginning of the stream, but I have to give a shout out to the great Rhea because I was on her stream. We were talking about the 2018 John Travolta Gotti movie. So, guys, when you get a chance, definitely check that stream out. That stream was wonderful. Rhea is an awesome host. I mean, she's got a great thing going on with her Glimmer cast. So I highly recommend it to everybody. I hope people get a chance to check it out. She deserves more subscribers.
Oh yes, and Rhea, I have to contact you if you're still okay with doing your contribution monthly. We can add more people to Team MME, and I got to talk to Zod too about StreamYard helping defer costs. Because do you pay for StreamYard right now, Zod?
I do,
okay.
but I have their what do you call it plan? It's the thing I was about to cancel it, and then they offered me the best. They gave me the best deal I could possibly take, so I jumped on. I jumped on it immediately.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
We'll talk behind.
We'll talk about it. We'll talk about it after.
And Rhea, I am going to send your Evercade along with Bell.
Oh, she won the Evercade?
Yeah, she did. And
that's perfect. Yes.
It was weird. I did not cheat. I know. When I said
Rhea's gonna get that Evercade.
When I pulled the name, I felt like the Force. Like it felt weird. I was like, oh shit, people are gonna call foul. How the hell did that happen? Like, and then William actually won one, and then he said, "Oh, pick someone else's name." And then Bell and Krypton score sent it, and they all probably think I'm scamming because I have the packages here. I'm actually going to go to the post office tomorrow. I think. Okay, Aaron.
I'm joking.
If you're going to be negative, no, I'm just kidding. You're right. I gotta prepare for the next giveaway. Really. Did you see Zod? Did you see the Book of Mandalorian? Episode 6?
Sure did. I am still hyped. I watched it today, and I can honestly say I was, again, as a Star Wars fan, I am loving what they're doing right now. Like I could see how they're doing connective tissue. All of these shows are interconnected, kind of like, I don't know, like the MCU, like how the DCEU wants to be. It's like connecting. Everything is connecting so organically and beautifully. I love it. I love what they're doing.
Right.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Very true.
Oh, B. Lomax got an Evercade Versus. Yes, this is the handheld. It's a limited edition.
The limited edition purple handheld. Oh my God. Oh
it is
God. As a gamer, I sit there and I think about it. I'm like, I was hoping Rhea would win it. I was praying that she would win it.
Well, just for the future, I shouldn't even mention this because the channel has to grow a little bit more. But I think about this. But I'm even thinking about like a Series S next time.
Oh wow!
But I mean, that'll have to be months down the line, and I have to see some.
Nice.
Growth. But
I will be super chatting my backside off.
This is the type of stuff I want to do here because I can honestly say the Series S is like the best value in gaming with Game Pass.
I don't need to enter that because I have the X. So.
Oh, okay. All right.
I have the Xbox Game Pass. I play all the Xbox games online. I have the Xbox One controller connected to my PC, and I play everything online. I don't have a system.
Rhea, you're actually getting the Evercade though.
Yes, she is.
I'm just kidding. We were still we hold out hope for the Miko.
I think we're getting to a point where video game companies they should all have streaming capabilities where you don't really need a system and you can play any game you want.
Well,
Yeah.
Sod Rider, since you're fresh in here, what do you want to see? They're doing Ahsoka. What do you want
All
to
of
see as a? You want Thrawn? You want Mara Jade?
I
You
want it all. I want it
um,
all. This is what I was thinking as initially when back when the Force Awakens first came out. Okay, I was thinking, hopefully, they'll give us some more of like the Star Wars, like the EU, what's considered legends now. They'll give us more of those characters that have existed in novels, comic books, and other forms of Star Wars media for that filled in the gaps, for the 30 years that there wasn't any Star Wars movies. And now with Disney Plus and streaming being what it is, this is proving that they're going to be able to do everything. They're going to be able to show the Jedi Academy. They're going to be able to bring in Mara Jade. They're going to be able to bring in Thrawn. Everybody, we're going to see it all. This is incredible stuff. And the people that are doing it right now are the people that are real Star Wars fans. I'm talking about Jon Favreau, Dave Filoni. These are Star Wars fans. They're not going to give us crappy stuff. They are trying to make everybody happy. They're trying to bridge the gap between the people that were disappointed with the films and the OG Star Wars fans that loved all the movies prior to Disney taking over. To me, this is the best thing that could ever happen.
True.
Incredible.
Yeah. Now, before we get to other topics here, do you think did you get that same feeling as like seeing one of the the prequel trilogy or the sequel trilogy? Did you get that same hype last night with all the possibilities of that episode?
Yes. Yes. I feel like a 10-year-old boy again. You have to understand, at this point, I'm totally on board. I will be honest. The first couple of episodes of Boba Fett were a bit slow, but I love them because I knew that they were building towards something and that they were going to try to once again do what Marvel's kind of doing, where they're branching all their movies together. So one movie leads to another movie, leads to a series, leads to this, leads to that, by creating this essentially Star Wars universe online with all the Disney Plus stuff. I think it's like the best thing you could do. No, especially knowing that we have other series coming. We've got Ahsoka, we've got Obi-Wan, we've got I think there's another one. Isn't there another one in the works? Something.
There's a lot of them. Yeah.
All these shows. I mean, it's all going to build to something. It's all going to culminate to something. And believe me, I didn't expect to see Luke Skywalker used in the way that he was in this episode. I thought, my God. I'm like, anybody that this is what I'm saying. They're doing a good job because they got an OG fan like me who's been jaded since the prequel trilogy ended, the sequel trilogy ended, and now I'm like, they've got me back on board. Like, oh my God, I can't believe they're pulling off some of the things that they're doing. I'm so excited.
Well, Aaron, did that recapture your hype for Star Wars? Like, say, if you were going back and seeing the prequels for the first time in the theaters or the sequel trilogy, did you get all that hype from the TV?
I treat Star Wars like I treat the comics. I'm always interested to see what's next with the stuff, even if it's not as good. It doesn't really matter to me.
Okay. I was going to ask Brian, but I took a quick break. I don't know. Are you there?
He's here.
I said, Brian, did that recapture your hype for Star Wars like it did, say, if you were the first time you went to the theater for the prequels?
Mandalorian season 2 did that for me. Okay. But honestly, I never really lost. I never really lost that. Like, I kind of enjoyed.
Same here.
The all the sequel movies. So in terms of that, I mean, I found them. I took them on different levels, because I look at Star Wars as eras. Like the original trilogy came out when I was a kid, so it was like, or it came out before I was born, and I was born in '83, and Return of the Jedi came out like right before that. So I grew up with that, but then the prequels came out when I was in high school, and then like by the time I was in college and doing like theater and stuff like that, you had Attack of the Clones and then Revenge of the Sith. So like those were different parts of my life at different times where I was in a different headspace. So it's like I looked at them in a different way. So by the time that the sequel trilogy came out, I was just kind of like, yeah, you get a little bit older, you kind of see things for the way they are. You get a little jaded with your own life, so you can kind of understand why certain people would be kind of jaded. And now certain beliefs could just fade off into the distance if they're not maintained. So it's like,
there's really no reason to be jaded anymore. There's no reason to be.
No, it's true. It's true.
They're giving you everything.
Can you imagine if we got this in DC? Oh my god. This is what fans deserve across the board, whatever fandom you're in.
They're doing it right.
Star Trek is doing it right too.
Finally, it took them a hot minute.
Star Trek.
Picard, though?
They're getting there. Oh. Dude, Picard season 2 is going to be the deal breaker for a lot of people.
I'm not there with Star Trek yet, but Star Wars. I mean, I'm there. They are the blueprint right now for how you bridge the gap between
how you run a proper cinematic universe.
I'm telling you.
Wow. Well, before we get to Batman, Mary Elizabeth Winstead joins boyfriend Ewan McGregor in the Star Wars universe. I didn't know they were boyfriend and girlfriend.
They have a child.
She's been cast in Ahsoka. Well, I don't know much about actors and actresses personal. Unless I just don't. Sometimes I know, but I just didn't know about this. But in Ahsoka, I think it'd be cool if she'd be Mara Jade. But yeah, I think it's more likely Hera.
Yeah, Hera Syndulla would be awesome.
Yeah.
Oh my god! Just the thought of Mara Jade showing up in live action gives me goosebumps, because she's a character that I've loved for so long in the EU. And for those who don't know, she married Luke Skywalker.
That's it. That's the instant block, man. That's an instant block if you slide into her DMs and say that.
Oh my god.
I'm sorry, B Lomax.
I don't. Because she probably hasn't seen it. She probably hasn't seen it because she doesn't check DMs.
Well, she doesn't check mine either.
It's been a while since I watched the movie. I have to watch.
You know what? I've never DM'd Grace Randolph, so I can't relate at all.
I have
multiple times.
You showed it.
All right, Brian. We don't need to rehash that. I should
multiple times.
We're good. We're good.
Multiple times.
This is on Geek Aussie. Robert Pattinson's The Batman first reaction revealed. I haven't heard anyone else say this, so let's see. Has gotten its first online reaction. Critics will see the movie in a few weeks. So this may be very skeptical then.
Oh, it's preemptive,
how do they say it?
So let's
say that. Yeah, read the article. Yeah.
A number of fans couldn't take it seriously. Oh, they're talking about the casting. Let me see where I should have reread this ahead of time.
They have music on StreamYards now, dude. Like you can play that while you're kind of skimming.
They drop
Media Blitz draws comparisons to horror movies like Seven. Furthermore, they draw parallels to gangster classics such as The Godfather. Awards Daily Eric Weber tweeted a text from a friend who's seen The Batman. It corroborates those previous claims. However, some of the response is troubling. Well, it's open to interpretation. Weber's source described The Batman as complex. Artistically, it could be seen as a positive, but for some people, it could be viewed as pretentious. For example, a number of folks felt Eternals was complex. In fact, many reviewers didn't get it. There's not much here. I've got to be honest. I like Mikey Sutton in the Geek Aussie, but there is not much there. Basically, a site, Awards Daily, tweeted a text from a friend who's seen The Batman. That could be anything, and said it's complex. That's a load of nothing. Honestly.
Complex.
Well,
we know it's going to be complex. We know that.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Matt Reeves made it that's the direction he wants to take Batman. He wants to make you think.
This is one I was going to cover the other night. Hey, Andrew. That is freaking weird because one of the articles is about Spider-Man.
No.
But I was
And
it is about Toby, and I wasn't gonna cover it, but since he just popped in, all right, Andrew, since you just got here, this is weird article. This is also on Geekosity. Tobey Maguire's Spider-Man will have Spider-Girl daughter. Returns in his own when Tobey Maguire Spider-Man returns in his own film. Who have Spider-Girl for a daughter. Insiders reveal that Sony plans to introduce Spider-Girl in live action. In the comics, Spider-Girl is Mayday Parker. She is the daughter of Peter and Mary Jane Watson. Thus, she'll be the offspring of Tobey Maguire and Kirsten Dunst.
Kirsten Dunst ain't coming back.
I don't know.
a stretch. I would never say never, and I would put money on this movie happening, especially after Far From Home.
Don't get your expectations too high, Andrew Casali. We don't know. This is just a rumor.
Andrew, put money in the bank. It's gonna happen.
Don't put money in the bank. Don't put money in the bank.
Man, this is
actually, do put money in the bank, but not for this.
I think this movie will happen, and I also think an Andrew Garfield Spider-Man movie will happen too.
Well, I think that's a
mistake.
If you're making money,
I think that's a mistake. I can see Andrew Garfield, but I think you have 3 Spider-Man movies because we were getting.
They might as well because regardless of what anybody thinks,
you will, Andrew.
Spider-Man is still the most popular hero. He is. If you statistically, he's the most popular. So you can get away with 3 different cinematic versions.
If there's any way we can help, let's get Andrew to meet Toby. Oh my god!
Oh, that'd be amazing. I would love it. That would be.
What
awesome.
would you do for Spider-Man for?
Yeah. Now I want a Klondike bar.
Right. You're welcome.
I don't have one though.
Master of Noms.
Yes.
You're welcome.
All right. So what do we think of this here? I was going to cover
Forward, my new show. Yeah, it's going to be awesome.
Yeah, guys, Secret Wars
really, bro?
Yeah,
really?
Trek and food, brother.
Oh my god!
Oh wow!
Yes. We're
gonna have the Daily Replicator.
I can definitely see this.
It's gonna be amazing. You know.
What do we think about Halle Berry might be getting her John Wick spinoff movie?
I'm all for it, and that's great.
I really liked her in John
Halle
Wick.
Berry is cool.
I don't want to be one of those naysayers that says, "Did anyone ask for this?"
Listen,
no,
they made Queen Latifah the Equalizer. Okay, Halle Berry can have a spin-off movie.
Max,
bro.
those people, the studios go around asking random fans, "Hey, do you think we should make this movie?" No, like people have to understand that. The studios decide. Like they don't ask people.
I think Halle Berry needs a hit too. Honestly, she's a great
Halle
actress,
Berry, yeah,
but she needs a little resurgence. Yeah, Rhea's excited.
He's awesome. I want this spin-off. I hope it happens.
What do you think hurt Halle Berry's career? What do you think was Catwoman?
Well, that wasn't her fault.
That movie is fun to watch just because of her, though.
Imagine in a different multiverse where they did Halle Berry, and actually did a good Catwoman movie. That could have changed the whole freaking game.
She could play a good Catwoman. The fact that movie was crap doesn't have any impact on her. I don't blame her at all because she's got the acting chops.
Yeah, so imagine if they actually did that. Could have changed the whole game. We could have had a Batman in her universe and Catwoman universe.
George Clooney.
But people are gonna complain. It's not Selena Kyle.
Well, I don't have much Lord of the Rings news, Hans. Though I don't.
Hans, I gotta agree with you, buddy. I gotta agree with you, man. Hans, Lord of the Rings over DC. Yes, sir.
Oh yeah.
Thumbs up.
Hans, you got any news for Lord of the Rings? Maybe if you got something. Maybe.
Did anyone watch?
We know the show is coming.
The first movie.
Yeah.
That's 50 Cent there.
Is that Christian Bale? No, Gerard Butler.
Gerard
Butler and who else? 50 Cent. Yeah, that's 50 Cent.
Yeah, O'Shea. Yeah,
well, it's getting a sequel.
O'Shea Jackson.
I heard it was actually pretty good. I heard it was pretty good.
Is Hayden Christensen in this one?
No.
Oh, okay.
He's making a comeback.
I just wanted to see if anyone had. We're gonna probably end soon, and then I do know, Enosh
What's the
is
character,
going live
Hans?
soon. There's
that's not 50 Cent. You're right. O'Shea Jackson's not 50
some-
Cent. That's Ice Cube's son.
there's some
Ice
three
Cube's son is-
there's some $3 trolling going on, but I probably will go on the lounge.
$3 trolling.
It's a nicer place to be, you know.
Yeah. Hans says no news yet. Possibly another
Lord
confirmed
of the
character
Rings.
though. Well, Hans definitely give me
Awesome, Hans. Yes.
Let's bring up this though. Here, let me, because this was probably the best part, at least for me. The best part of last night's episode wasn't even Luke and Grogu,
right?
It was Cad Bane.
Oh God!
Headshot Cad Bane.
When he came on the screen, I was just like chills, man. You know what? Star Wars.
He looked better than animated.
He was like this the whole time.
Yeah, he did. It looks awesome here.
Oh,
Like,
he
the-
looks
the way-
fantastic.
The eyes,
the way he was
dude.
walking, the way he was walking up, and he was like looking low at the hat, and like,
Bro, I've never been more excited to be a Star Wars fan, dude. It's like, are you kidding me?
Yeah, Ray, you can't steal my Hans is my Lord of the Rings scooper. Don't try.
Yeah, that Lord of the
don't try
Rings
to
show,
snipe
that
my
Lord of the Rings
scoopers.
show that Hans and I did with Rhea was dope. That's another thing. You guys got to check out the Glimmercast, you guys. Fantastic.
I was on there the other day, man.
I know, and your
some
stre-
Gordon
your stream
Ramsay.
your stream was great when they tried to, and they took it down.
I took
you
us
were-
down. We were watching
That was
Kitchen Nightmares.
That was awesome. That show was great.
Well,
too. You guys did a
Daniel, I'm
great
gonna
job.
probably do a separate topic on this. My friends Echo Base
that ain't
video on
happening.
this.
I'll tell you right now, that's not gonna happen.
That would divide the fan base again. Why are you?
It's not happening.
You're getting the fans back. Why are you going to say the sequel trilogy that you spent billions on didn't happen? That's a
here's-
horrible way.
here's-
Even if you're not exactly 100% happy with the sequel trilogy,
Here's the
that's
thing
a
about
bad
it.
way to do things.
Here's the
for
thing
fans.
about it. If they use that, because that the truth is that mechanism does exist, so they could do that if they wanted to. But I agree with you that they probably won't. But here's the thing: they may use it to alter certain things that they want to change. There may be things about the sequel trilogy that they want to change, so they may use that to do it. But I don't think they're going to completely erase it. That would
No,
be
they're not gonna
that
retcon
would
it.
be nuts. But they might change certain things. They might certain elements to
make it more cohesive. Yeah.
And to make it match up with the stuff that they're doing on Disney Plus nowadays more. Because now that you're seeing, for example, and I'm sorry for going off on a tangent, but now that you're seeing, Luke Skywalker actually training Grogu and building towards the Jedi Academy and all that, they've got to be able to fill in all these little gaps and do all these things. And if they feel like some of the stuff with the sequel trilogy doesn't reconcile with any of this, they may decide to change certain things, but that doesn't mean they're going to erase it.
Well, just like people say erasing the Snyder, there's not. I mean, you change direction, but there's not a lot to gain by erasing.
Right.
You
Right. You can alter it, but you can't erase it.
Well, we'll hold on a second here, guys. We're talking about Lucasfilm. I mean, I know George Lucas isn't necessarily directly involved, but what happened in 1997?
He is, isn't he a consultant?
Well,
Isn't he a
well, either way,
consultant
okay.
with
He
Filoni
can.
and
Sometimes he does
Favreau?
consult.
But even more so then. What happened in
He's been on
1997?
set.
What happened in 1997?
Special editions came out.
You're welcome.
Yeah.
I'm telling you right there, dude. Like, those movies were changed.
Yes.
Yeah, a little bit, but not to the extent
Well,
extent that they that they are now. But you're making a good point, and that's why I say the world between world by altering. Yeah, you can make some alterations, some changes, but you're not going to be able to completely erase the sequel trilogy.
No, that won't happen.
That
at
would
all.
be stupid, just
Yeah.
for the reasons that Max just
Well,
laid
they,
out. But
they have a theme park based on it. There's no effing
yeah,
way.
but allegedly,
No.
that's not doing very well though.
No.
It costs COVID and a lot of money.
Justin, we're about to end the show. How long were you there?
Hello. I just got here on time. How are you guys?
Good. How are you doing?
Not
man?
too bad, man.
Did you like have you watched Book of Boba Fett?
Yeah, I actually caught up with it today because I heard about the Power Rangers episode. I was like, no. And
those colorful bikes.
Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't like those either.
I blame the prop department for that.
Yeah.
Really, because really it wasn't a Power Rangers kind of thing. It's just they had different colored bikes and it was whatever. But I waited a few weeks up until this week, and I heard that like there was a good thing in this episode. I'm like, oh, is this one of those unicorn episodes that we've had in Mandalorian? Because like it seems like what sucks for me is that with the Mandalorian, you will have terrible episodes at the beginning and only to kind of bring it back together with some amazing episodes. So there's no in between, which is what I'm so frustrated about when it comes to the Mandalorian series. And I include Boba Fett in this as well because he's not in 2 episodes. So it's just like, what the fuck?
That's the only way I got my wife to watch. She has no interest in Boba Fett. She's interested in Mandalorian. And I said,
that's interesting.
I actually got her to watch these last 2 episodes today. And
because he wasn't in it?
Right. I said, no, you don't understand. She's like, I'm not watching the Book of Boba Fett. I'm like, you don't understand. It's basically Mandalorian. He's only in it for a minute. She's like, oh, okay. That's how she responded. And then she melted when she saw Baby Grogu.
Baby Yoda, Grogu, yeah. And Mark Hamill did a great job, and so did whoever the fuck did the live action thing. Because I know they actually hired the guy who did a better
the guy that did the adjusted they hired the guy that did the adjusting on the CGI. They hired him to come in and
the deep fake. Yeah, they hired him, and I can see that it was done very, very well. And I'm like, okay, I'm convinced, but I'm also equally as impressed with the audio department with making Mark Hamill sound young.
The sound was like I don't know. There was something off on his voice.
Of course, it's a little off. So that needs a little work.
I mean, it wasn't bad, but it was. I was just like, I don't know. Something about the delivery of his lines, even in The Last Jedi and the OG trilogy, was different. I don't know. Maybe because too many filters, it just seemed a little more generic of the delivery because they were trying to make him sound young. Maybe you can't do as much emphasis on words when you do those filters. I don't know. There was obviously something going on. It wasn't just his natural voice, right?
Yeah, no, it wasn't. It was like his natural voice, but younger.
Well, I'm sorry. I'm sorry to end the show, Justin, but I was going to end the show because I have other stuff to do.
No, it's okay. I just happened to click on the right time.
Okay.
Hey guys.
Well, we're happy to see you. Hope you're doing better with you and your family. I know you.
Thank you for your condolences. We'll leave it at that.
Yeah. Okay. Good. I know it's been a rough time for a lot of people lately, and we're always thinking of you, Justin, your family. So,
Thank you.
All right. So if anyone wants to pimp their show, Aaron, Zod, Brian, Justin Proper, this week. Do you still do This Week in Bullshit?
I do. It's going to be this Thursday at 7 p.m. Eastern.
Oh wow!
That's all I gotta say. I just kind of came in at the last minute, so
there's a lot of bullshit. There's a lot of bullshit in the week.
Oh, right? You don't say.
Yeah.
We're gonna have a lot of things to talk about. So, but honestly, like, give it up for the guys like who have been here. For the majority of the stream. Give those guys their shine.
Okay. Well, Zod's
I'm here, but thank you.
All right. I don't know. Is Max Rebo done?
I didn't see him in there.
It looks like he took the day off.
Yeah.
Because he knows.
He knew.
Max Rebo knew. He's working with the Pikes.
He was in the Lego Holiday Special, which takes place at the end of the sequel trilogy. So he's alive.
Thanks, Stat Dude Vince. Yeah, go sub the Zod right
I'm kidding. It's not canon, the Lego Holiday Special, but Max Rebo is in the Holiday Special.
Oh, really?
The Lego Holiday Special. Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
That's a huge deal. Okay. Yeah, no, he was not there, was he?
No, I didn't see him. It looked like the original Cantina bar. It was those dudes from the first one. Yeah, they were getting down to some classics.
Aaron, go sub to Aaron. He's doing a lot. He's a scooper as well, apparently.
No, I'm not a scooper.
I see some of your video titles,
dude.
I know, you know me. I make stuff up. So yeah, tomorrow I'm doing a stream on the Batman.
You're a real scooper then.
Okay, I'm doing a stream on the Batman. If you see those posters of Penguin, Catwoman, Batman, and the Wither with the crescent marks all over them, the ones that came out yesterday, I have a theory on that, of why all those 4 characters are connected to each other from the early days of when they're younger. And when Cobblepot is obviously older, but there's a connection why I think Penguin and Cobblepot has a connection to the Waynes, and I think Wither and Selena Kyle also have a connection to the Waynes. Everything's connected. Okay. I think that's what Batman's gonna show, that everybody's connected to the Waynes somehow.
All right,
be interesting.
Go ahead, Justin.
You know what, Aaron? As long as you lead the Packers to the Super Bowl again someday, that would be great.
Oh yeah, Rodgers. Yeah, I thought it was a different team.
Yeah.
Yeah. As long as you're rooting for my hometown, in a couple of weeks, we're good.
I think I am.
They say the Bengals,
you
right?
are named Aaron, but you also kind of resemble him a little bit. So I was just making a joke on that. But
I get more excited for trailers than the actual Super Bowl.
It's a compliment, Aaron.
Apparently, there's gonna be no Warner Brothers stuff for the.
I'm not
Super
excited
Bowl.
for the Super Bowl.
I was just about.
What about the trailers?
My team lost in the NFC Championship.
Yeah, there's gonna be no Warner Brothers stuff.
49ers.
Oh,
So, yeah.
I would have liked that rematch, but
I was
it would have been an
expecting
80s Super Bowl. I was going for like Cincinnati versus the 49ers.
Yeah,
that was
I was
total
too.
80s. Like I was like, yes, that'd have been awesome. But no, alas, no. But I do have a funny story to tell, and I'll pimp my channel really quick.
You have a sports stream, right?
If you one of these days, very soon.
Yeah.
But anyways,
yeah, sports talk, Max.
We'll figure something out. But anyways, God dang it, man, you're gonna make me forget. I want to give. But no, dang it. Funny story.
Ladies?
So I pulled a Max the other day. All right.
What?
I oversleep my own stream. I'm like, son of
never
a
happened.
biscuit eater. What the heck? So
Never
I will
happened.
be talking about James Bond tomorrow.
Okay.
Oh, okay?
Yeah. So I'll be doing a loving series retrospective of the entire franchise because it is definitely something that I appreciate, hold near and dear. And honestly, who doesn't like James Bond? Like even No Time to Die had its moments. It wasn't entirely horrible, even though I felt like it was just like shoehorn the movie basically. It's like, here, let's put this theme in there. Let's put this bit in there. It's like, oh god.
And Zod, you started a new series soon with Ashley, right?
I started. Yeah, we did our first episode last week. We talked about the Eternals, and this Friday we're going to be talking about Howard the Duck. So it should be a lot of fun.
Oh, interesting.
Oh God. May the Lord be with you.
Indeed. It's gonna be interesting. That's for sure.
Oh, you know what? I'll tell you what. The reviewing bad movies are better than reviewing good movies because they're a lot more fun.
Oh, No Time to. I still gotta watch.
You know what, Aaron? I agree with you because, and the reason why is because bad movies we can all gather around a lot more than the movies that we love sometimes, because we can at least all unanimously
bring people together.
agree, like even if there are movies that we like or dislike, but the bad movies, like
you have more fun with bad movies.
The Room is so much fun because we all know that it's a bad movie and it was made to be a good movie, no matter what Tommy Wiseau wants to tell you. But we can just we can just embrace the fact that like this is what it is, and that's the beauty of it. When we can all unite about how something is either good or bad, but we don't hold it against the creators. We just embrace the suck, if you will. We embrace it, and it's fun, and it makes life more enjoyable instead of taking it seriously.
All right.
Maybe if that makes sense.
No, I agree. Well, thank you everyone for watching. I'm gonna end the stream now. I'm reaching my streaming limit, and then I might pop on another stream in a few minutes. We'll see. So thanks for watching. Go support all these great panelists, and may the force be with you. And Grogu. That's Star Trek. All right, thank you.
I don't give a shit. Live long and proper.
Oh yeah, that's right. That's right.